Hello everybody and welcome to Bright Weird. Interesting subject this one, because today I'm going to be saying a little bit about Freemasonry. Now, contrary to common belief, Freemasonry is not a secret society. It's a society with secrets. Now, those secrets are not uncovered to everybody who's a member. I mean, some people just go their entire life enjoying spending time with friends at what is just a posh luncheon club. However, I just wanted to touch on something today which hopefully might enlighten a few people. Now, when a initiate to Freemasonry goes through a certain part of a certain degree, they're asked questions, and one of the questions is, what is Freemasonry? And the answer is a peculiar system of morality veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. So what does that mean? So let's break this down. Back in 1717, when modern Freemasonry began, the word peculiar had a different meaning to what it does today. Today, the word peculiar is associated with being odd or strange or a little bit weird, but back in 1717, the word had a different meaning entirely. The word peculiar back in 1717 had a similar meaning to the word particular. The association of the odd or the strange with the word peculiar is no doubt because Freemasonry is a bit odd and strange, and it's always been associated with that. So that's probably where that's come from. So Freemasonry is actually a particular system of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. Why is it veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols? Well, so the answer to this is that the power of the system presented is such that the initiated, or somebody who's not ready for the information that sits behind Freemasonry, which is deeply personal and deeply spiritual. There's no big conspiracies to take the world over or anything. It's a very deeply spiritual and personal thing when it's uncovered. Now, those secrets, you just can't tell people about them. It's something that needs to be uncovered yourself. So that's why it's veiled in allegory. And finally, the system is said to be illustrated by symbols. But have you ever considered why? This is going to sound a bit strange, but the person that you think you are is not the real you. The person you think you are is like an autopilot system for this chunk of meat that's attached to a skeleton on the back of a planet hurtling through space at God knows what speed. God probably does know. You're God. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, look, so the person you think you are is just your autopilot, your system, your waking mind. But that's not the real you. The real you is deep inside or high above, depending on how you wish to see it, as within, so without. The real you is your soul, that immortal principle that silently guides your ego autopilot. And your soul does not speak English, German or Mandarin. It speaks the primordial language of symbolism, the language of the universe itself. Now, Freemasonry is designed as such to awaken your immortal principle by reminding you of who you really are. So anyway, in summary, Freemasonry is a particular system of morality. It's veiled in allegory because you can't just give people the information, they need to figure it out for themselves. And it's illustrated by symbols because that's the language that your inner self speaks. So Freemasonry as a system speaks directly to the person that you really are. All you need to do is listen. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that one today. I'm Steve, this has been Bright Weird. Thanks for watching.